Celebrate good times, come on!
I'm gonna put that in the intro.
I know, but it's okay. Jeez, why can't you let me be myself?
I'm gonna put that in the intro. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video on Watching Sundays. This video, we're talking about Orville, Season 2, Episode 5.
Yes.
All the World Is Birthday Cake.
Celebrate good times, come. Anyway, yeah, it was awesome.
Awesome episode.
Loved it. Kelly was a badass. Borders was a badass.
Yeah, we have our first contact episode with another people called Silver Scales. I mean, Regors. Regorians.
Silver Scales.
I called them Silver Scales, the first time I saw them. Interesting people. At first, obviously, you thought they were kind of cannibals or...
Yeah, obviously there was something a little bit off. Like, I initially thought that they were like space Nazis or like just kind of like a reflection of a future Earth, maybe not too long from where we are today.
Well, they're pretty remedial in terms of where we are today.
Yeah, absolutely. They still had the dual Dell monitors,
yes.
like you pointed out. But I thought they were like, oh, it's a different like cultural system. Like maybe they're like a sustainable planet with a culture that are cannibals.
So listen,
yeah.
The episode overall was a great episode, but a little bit of detraction on my mind. First and foremost, when you have a sci-fi show, you have to have certain standards when it comes to creating the universe and world building. And this world,
useless. Completely useless.
This world seemed like it was just another Earth. Now, let me explain myself. Even if we have the Vulcans, right, who are just basically humanoids with elven ears, but they also have their own cultures and their own weapons and their own visage to the galaxy at large, right?
Sure.
This world, they had Dell monitors, they had P90s and Glocks.
Yes.
Like, they didn't really make any kind of effort to dress them up. You could put just a simple
that stuff
mold.
bothers you, huh? That stuff bothers you.
Yeah, you could put a simple mold over those weapons, make them look a little bit different. I mean, it's hard to I know there's got to be some suspension of disbelief, but when you're on Regor 2 in the Gamma Valorum system, you don't expect these humanoids to have the same blueprints, the same weapons, the same cars, the same
Well, come on now.
monitors.
They had to spend the budget on this episode on the space star that they created. The celestial space sail that they created. The animation on that was so cool.
Well, I would chalk it up to overall world building budget, because they have to have that stuff drawn out at the
Sure.
initial stages of development, right?
Don't you think that this is an allegory to our current society?
It is. It's a reflection.
So, maybe they reflected weapons as well to kind of mimic, our very own existence.
All right, there is a threshold there, and
Sure.
like I told you, they can't have the same blueprints to the weapons.
That was a little
monitors.
disappointing.
Monitors, I'll give to you, right? They're just freaking displays in squares, but the same weapons, the same pistols, the same things that you would expect. Like, even in the most budget-friendly sci-fi shows,
Sure.
they'll have a car underneath it, but some kind of alien futuristic frame over it. And so I expect them to, you have a P90 underneath there, just add a side frame that makes it look.
Note to Seth and the production of the Orville.
I'm not going to harp on that for too long, so...
You harped on it for way too long. Now, if you happen to be a Gilliac, you better be careful. You are predestined to be a very aggressive...
Yeah, so the
aggressive individual. You probably, I would say Gilliacs are probably, I don't know. There's I looked it up. You saw me looking it up. It could be an Aries. It could be a Gemini. It could be a Sagittarius.
Yeah, we didn't go into birth months, but if you look up, let's look up Kelly's birthday. Ixnay on the Earth Bay. She doesn't have, Kelly Grayson doesn't have a birthday on the wiki, so...
Well, I mean, I would just go on it, just on this episode. She's gotta be an Aries or... Whatever, who cares?
Okay, so the shtick of this Regor 2 planet is that they're an astrological species. They have very strong beliefs in how a person's going to turn out in their lives based on their sign, and of course the Giliacs are aggro babies. They are, prone to violence, and they try to weed that out in the birthing process. Emergency C-sections,
It's just like
premature births.
It's just another way to kind of talk about the stereotype.
It just goes to show that, there are some drawbacks to having like a very singular ideology for a whole society.
Yeah.
Because obviously you can't really judge a person based on their predetermined profile.
Yeah,
Right.
and it's just another way for the Orville to touch on cultural, topics.
And, to go back on my gripes about the episode, like the guy, the prefect, and like, how do you, if you weed the Giliacs and all of the aggro babies out of society, how do you have people in the military, guns, and a prefect that's like so aggro he's screaming at Ed during diplomatic discussions, like "Get out!" or "Enough!" Like it doesn't make sense in that fashion.
Well, maybe he was born under the star that has just a little bit of aggro in there.
Just a little Giliac,
Just a little Giliac, but not enough to put him away.
a Wasiliac.
A Wasiliac. I'm a Wasanda baby. I've been born to lead.
Wasanda forever.
Wasanda.
But in any case, the drawbacks were exploited by John, who's being a genius. John and the new security.
The new
chief.
security officer.
What's her name?
Do you like
Tala.
her? Tala.
You know what? At the end of this episode, she grew on me, but I'm still hedging my bets on Alara coming back.
This guy. I actually really liked her. Like, I thought she was a more mature, more confident version of a Salean officer. Like, obviously, Alara had that character written about her, that she always kind of questioned herself, blah, 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 all that stuff. That's her character. This character is just a little bit stronger to me.
The appeal of Alara was that she wasn't mature. She was like that young face that everybody doubted, and that was her.
Yep.
That was her shtick, right? And
This one's a complete opposite. Yeah.
This one is just kind of mingling in and blending in with the crowd.
Yep.
And so when it came to the crew,
I like her.
When it came to the crew holistically, like Alara stood out as the young person, and then you had Gordon, who was the clown, And it seems like Tala, even though she's growing on me and she has her place that she could potentially have on the show, she's just another Sane.
Another Sane?
Yeah, just another
Well,
another.
what did you
Boris.
guys think? Did you think that the new chief of security grew on you, or did you like her right off the bat? I really appreciated her, and I don't know if Element will end up liking her towards the end, but we shall see. He still has hopes for Alara coming back.
Despite the fact that I end up liking her or not, I still like Alara's character and want her to come back. She was a draw, she a personal draw for me in the first season.
Yep. Cool. Well, that's it for us, guys. Thank you for joining us in this episode of Watching Sundays. Make sure you hit that sub button, hit that like, subscribe. I already said subscribe.
Yeah,
Damn
but
it.
just do it anyway. Do it twice.
Do it, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.